Welcome back, everybody, to the Who's Accountable podcast. My name is Mahael Abdul Kawi. I am the creator and host of this platform. I am also the founder, and I am a representative of the Accountability Party for Human Rights. What the Accountability Party for Human Rights is, we are a vanguard political collective, an organization whose mission it is to be an example and to provide resources, services to the oppressed communities across this country, and to help uplift them from the dirt that the oppressors and Uncle Sam have put all of us in. And this platform is a way for the members of the Accountability Party, including myself, um, a way to discuss different things that had occur in this culture of ours, in this pop culture, this political culture, whatever culture may be, the American culture, is a way for us to talk about these things, and as a way to help us be accountable for the mission that we're on, by, you know, engaging in conversation about these things. So, with that being said, introductions out of the way. Thank you for listening. I also do want to apologize for the previous episodes for the hard sounds on the mic. I am getting a pop filter soon, so it will not be as rough. I do think those who have been watching, who have been sitting through that, I know that's very annoying. I do make music, and I truly hate talking to a mic like that. So, but for the discussion of this video, what I want to go into, something that I was reading recently was brought to my attention. And before I go into this matter, because spoilers alert, I'm going to be talking about this new Cold War that is happening right now between China and United States. And I want to talk about this Cold War because I feel like it's not getting, well, it is getting recognition, and there are a lot of people who are aware of it, but I want to just contribute my awareness and knowledge into it, from what I know of the situation, and from the information that I'm getting about this Cold War, because I personally believe that if we do keep engaging in this Cold War, it's not going to play out well for the benefit of the United States of America. Um, no one really won the previous Cold War between the Soviet Union and the United States. I guess you can say that because the Soviet Union fell, you know, that we won, I guess. But again, it's still, like, there wasn't really, there was no purpose, there was no outcome uh, that came from the Cold War that I guess people are celebrating. Besides the Berlin Wall, maybe, in a time where there wasn't, I can't say things were at stake then, but fast forward now, where there's more corporate control, there's been an a huge decline in our climate, in terms of its strength, in terms of our climate being sustainable. It's been on a huge decline. There's more distrust going on internally with the United States. There's more discord and tension from other countries aimed towards us, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, there's a lot being sent in our direction. Internally, we are being separated. We're at each other's throats. I saw this poll and it said that Americans believe uh, there was a list of things that they believe threaten their way of life. And number one was other Americans. Now, I've never been one to I never been one to, run out in the streets and, with a flag and say, "Oh yes, America, woo, I'm going to die, blah blah blah, blah for this country," or go to war for it. Um, but at the same time, I am from this country. I enjoy what being this country has done for my life specifically. And when I look back on my life, I wouldn't want to be in any other country for the experiences that I've learned and gained. And I'm pretty sure anybody can say that about the country that they're from. So, yes, there is still there is a part of me that will rep this country and still have some type of connection. And I'm just saying that because, when you speak about the crimes of your nation, people assume that you hate your country. No, I love being here, but I'm going to speak about this. And it's a very important thing because Americans feel like their neighbor is more of a threat, say, than a foreign power, which is a scary thought because we're not in peaceful times. We're not in a world unity thing. There are still a lot of people that wish to see our demise for financial reasons, for spiritual reasons, just because just to blow something up. So I bring up how America is just so crippled right now, and COVID didn't help. Like we were already receiving wounds and bruises before COVID happened, and COVID just came and gave us a straight hit combo, all these buttons smashing on us, and we're still trying to hold up the illusion that we are okay, that we are strong, that just because we have a new president that is more competent and more quiet, that things are going to be okay. But we're still in a very broken space, and we're not in that place to be engaging in a cold war, because cold war, from what history has shown us, may not cause direct physical violence, but those involved will. Case in point, the Vietnam War, the Korean War, and every other country in between that got caught up in this spread of political ideas. So, uh, this article that, well, not article, this news piece that I was reading, um, it was talking about how CEO and chairman of J.P. Morgan Chase, a huge bank. Look up their role in the 2008 financial Wall Street crisis, and that right there would be just a good little read. Or maybe I'll do a separate video on that one. Yeah, one day we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But yes, this huge bank with says here they have assets of 3.4 trillion. That's a fucking lot. Uh, Apparently, the CEO, Jamie Dimon, if I believe, he spoke to Biden, and he says that while most are predicting an immediate boom in the U.S. economy that could easily run into 2023, He says that there is grimmer news on the future. China leaders believe that America is in decline. The U.S. had faced tough times in the past, but today the Chinese see America as a losing ground in technology, infrastructure, and education. A nation torn and crippled by politics, as well as racial and income inequality, and a country unable to coordinate government policies, fiscal, monetary, industrial, and regulatory in any coherent way to accomplish national goals. This was in LA Progressive, just for the shout out. But yes, I mean let's just look at this as a whole. The CEO of one of the biggest, if not the biggest bank, is hip to what Chinese financialists and leaders are are becoming hip to about America, as if the Chinese powers that be are seeing the obvious truths that even the leaders in this country cannot see themselves. And I love how they focused on three major things: technology, infrastructure, and education. Technology, we could talk about how, again, I think I said this in my video about Bill Gates. Technology is not a bad thing, but it's about the intent. So if you make technology with the intent to make people submit their will to you, instead of giving them technology that is a tool to help them not only get through their day to day, but also be able to, if but to be able to create more, to become more innovative. Technology should not subdue; it should enhance what's already in them, so that way they can reach their full potential in the infrastructure. This could be roads, cities, construction, um, just like the overall welfare of like um, the physical architecture and like the foundation of cities and suburbs, farms across the country, uh, and if they see if if China sees that we are losing ground in that, that means that our cities, the physical strength, the physical buildings, the roads, the investments into clean energy, into shit having a bike lane in most places, you know, cleaning up abandoned buildings, pitting space for homeless, these kind of things on that just deal with the overall day-to-day shelter and protection of humans. If that's crumbling, then how are we going to feel protected even in our own home, let alone outside in places where we have to interact with people that we see as a danger to our life? Again, we're not traveling and doing this. This is in our own country. The number one nation, it sounds like a third world fucking country to me. And let's look at the last one, education. Education is huge. I am an avid believer that we need more investment into education. Those that say inner city kids, the kids in urban environments, they're set up for that way. How can you determine somebody's fate when you haven't even given them the resources? Maybe if you gave them proper books, properly air conditioned schools, so that way come April, May, and June, the last major months of a school year, where a kid can really buckle down and refix, the whole year's grades and really, try to make some last minute work. They're too hot to want to be inside the fucking school and they want to leave. Or maybe how about have classes where outside of being stressed out from all their basic ones, they have the opportunity to, to choose an elective and make it matter for their high school career, outside of high school, give them tools and resources, but also prepare them not just for college, but for fucking life. There's none of these investments into the education system while other countries, specifically China, is thinking long term instead of just standardized testing for the short term. And for those watching this, please don't think that I am here to grope the nuts of China and praise all their actions. Trust me, as a Muslim, I can never support China as a shining example of human prosperity and for idealism. But the point I'm trying to make is China isn't perfect. Yet they're out here able to invest in major key elements of a thriving society. So yeah, they may have a lot of things that we don't agree with as Americans, as a Muslim, as a democracy, whatever it may be. But shit, they're doing something. Maybe we could take the same fucking formula, and if we're such a caring country, if we're such a shining example, why not take that basic formula and give the American spice and more? But we can't. When it comes to infrastructure, apparently also China is they have dominant control of container ports worldwide, which means uh, what they're able to ship out and receive is to have more resources around the world, which gives them more ability to keep investing. Shit, this is side little side metaphor or whatever. This is like the movie Despicable Me, and America is like the main villain, where we're just a bad villain. We're just stupid. We think we're smart because we got like a couple like, oh yeah, tools and we did this and that. No, but we're not. And these guys out here are showing us how to be a proper villain. It's like, damn, man, if you're gonna be a villain, at least be good at it. China apparently is on, not only has the most shipping containers, but they also they have the most supply of rare earth metals, which I didn't really know much about until doing further research. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I can't find it right now. But these essential rare earth minerals are key for a lot of the infrastructure things like technology, um, transportation, a lot of communication devices, a lot of space travel investments, just things to again invest in and to put forward and expanding the human reach into something that's, I don't want to simplify I don't want to simplify it and say positive, but just in a progressive way. Progressive doesn't have to be some hippie type of mentality. Progressive just means that you care about the overall success of human beings. They also got a freaking high speed rail that's been pumping out since 2008. I don't even know the progress on the hours and all, but I know for a fact it's probably 1/8 of what they have achieved. I'm gonna stop breaking. down things that China is doing just because I don't want to keep, feeding into their ego, even though I doubt they are checking in or tuning into these episodes. But if they are, hi, shout out to you guys. But the point that I'm trying to get to is that why can't America hold itself accountable in that we're just failing overall in caring for the people? Like, just come out and just admit that you're corrupt. Just stop trying to come off as if you're better. Just hold yourself fucking accountable. And if you're not gonna do it, allow the people to do it instead of holding us down and killing us. If you're for the people, if this is a country for the people, then we should be the one that determine your fate, not you, not your money, because you're doing a bad job at it. And you're going to fail yourselves because you can't even do that one thing. Inshallah, man. Inshallah that, this Cold War doesn't last long. Inshallah that in some form of way, the people, the oppressed people, the working class people, the black proud people, the white proud people, the yellow brown people, the brown proud people of this country who work hard, who do what they can just to live a human experience, have the a position one day to truly hold these criminals accountable. Inshallah.